What's up, everybody? It's your homeboy, Funkalufius, the Commentor. Today, we are going to be reading some more of Love and Slavery. Yeah, boy! And last time we left off, apparently, my hunch was right about Matthew being a noble. My hunch was dead on. That was awesome as hell, guys! Awesome! I'm like still so odd about that, man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, man. Anyway, last time we checked off, we were at a part where apparently Matthew was beating Pinkie Pie in chess. I don't even know if she played chess. Anyway, I don't want to head up on anything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start reading without further ado, my fellow boys and Pegasus sisters. Let's do it! Okay, sorry. Okay, chapter 10. Avalon, Love, Curse. I don't like the last part of that chapter title. Shit's about to get real! Okay, let's see. The clouds over Cantala kept Luna's moon from shining down. Above the city, most ponies were already getting ready excuse me, for bed, except one pony. The pony wore a black hoodie and was walking through the damp streets. The hooded pony turned down a poorly lit alleyway and made their way down it. After walking, the pony stopped. Okay, I have no idea what gender it is. It doesn't say anything. Okay. I had to read ahead. Okay, here we go. I am so sorry for keeping you waiting. I believe it was being, but I believed I was being followed. The hooded pony said. It's all right, dear. I don't need ponies interrupting our meeting. A female voice said from the shadows. Ooh. My master needs help with pay. Needs your help. We'll pay you for the job. The hooded pony said. What's the job? The voice asked. The mayor's name is Snowflower. We need her on our side. I see. I believe I can handle that. Whatever you need, please inform Inkheart, and he'll tell us. The hooded pony turned away from the shadow. And please do not harm the mayor. We do not wish to have pony blood spilled. And these coming from the guys who set up the train. The train disaster. Pony blood spilled. Seriously? This is coming out of the guys who basically set up the train disaster? Are you for real? You kind of spilled a lot already. No one died, really. Technically, not that I know of. But for real? Talk about asinine. Oh, sorry, a stretch attack. Oh, anyway. Yeah, the girls haven't been talking to me lately. They're like being all secretive about it. I tried to talk to Pinkie. I know, surprise, surprise. And, I think she was hiding something. Then again, during the previous episode of where Cadence and Shiny Armor are having a baby and trying to tell Twilight and tells Pinkie to keep it a secret. Yeah, I kind of put one and one together. They're hiding something. Something I don't know what to know of. But, I'll interrogate them later. Even Chrysalis is all up on this. Every morning I wake up, she's gone way before I am. Usually she sleeps around noon. That's weird. Anyway. Okay. Do not worry. I'll be handling this one myself. The shadow smiled. Cool night air flowed through Celestia's mane as she sat outside her balcony. Tears stained her cheek as she silently wept. Her eyes were closed shut as she tried to fight back the tears. Deep inside her heart was filled with joy and sadness. Her only son survived all these centuries. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slowly roll. Time out. Hold on. Rewind a second. Only son survived all these centuries. What kind of pony is he? Is he like an alicorn? A male alicorn? No, wait, no, that don't make no sense. Is that even possible? I can't find any logical explanation for this. Ugh! And yet I'm reading a fan fiction that has no some logic, and yet I can't figure it out whatsoever. And it's a fanfic about a little girl's TV show. Oh, the humanity. But seriously though, how old is her son exactly? I'm like shocked about this. Super shocked. To be in fact. Only son. And he's been alive for centuries? What kind of power does she have that can be inherited by someone else, by her offspring? The logic is so confusing! Screw it! Survived the centuries, but what made the matter worse was her grandson was a slave. I know, right? Let's see. Okay, here you go. Okay. Tia, I'm sorry for not knocking, but I thought you should know that they are moving Matt into one of the bedrooms. Celestia's whispered, wiped a tear that had escaped from her eyes, and looked over towards the door to see Blaze standing there. The dragon. Oh, it was the dragon! Okay, let's retry that. Tia, I'm sorry for not knocking, but I thought you should know that they are moving Matt into one of the bedrooms. Celestia wiped the tears that had escaped from her eyes and looked over towards the door to see Blaze standing there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I pulled a spike out of there. Hey, don't look at me like that, Spike. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Spike's also here now. Hooray! This is gonna complicate a few things, yes. And the weirdest thing is, Spike's been giving multiple days off by Twilight because of her secret project, along with the crystal gems. And yet, I'm surprised Steven's not here. I find that shocking, really. Hello? Who this? Steven Universe, you saying? Wait, hold the phone! Oh, wait, I am. You Steven Universe? Well, where the hell are you, kid? The gyms are like for wigging out. I'm sorry, you're in where? How in the hell do you end up in France? The portal I was, well, accidentally read of your fictional story. Yes, you're a fictional story. It's like, here in America, how in the world did you end up in Paris? You got on the wrong flight, that, or you kind of went in between the lines of every teleportation, every warp pad. Yes, yes, yes. The gym explained that somehow the warp pad started acting funny. Then next thing you know, just went on it. Next thing you know, you end up in my world. Ugh. All right, I'll get you some tickets as soon as I can. Oh wait, wait, Lion's there too? Well, what's he doing? He's what? Chasing after pigeons. And trying to wrestle a gargoyle? Alright. Just try to get a lion under control. I'll see you soon. Oh, mamma mia. Sorry about that, guys. Ugh. Anyway. Do not worry, I'll be handling da da da. Okay, I already read that. I'm sorry for not match into the bedroom. Celestia wiped a tear that had escaped from her eye and looked over towards the door to see Blaze standing there. The dragon made his way over towards her and pulled her into a hug, shocking the princess. She pulled him close as she hugged him back. Everything will be fine, Tia. Matt is safe here, and if I I'll go full dragon on any pony who wishes to harm him. full dragon on him. Okay, that's funny. Something stabbed me. Sorry. I'm like, ooh, it's cold. And I'm like touching the warm part of my ankle on a cold piece of my chair. It's cold. I don't like it. Celestia smiled. Ever since this dragon came into her life, he has been nothing but kind. She pulled away from the dragon and gave him a smile. Thank you, Blaze. You always know how to make me feel better. Celestia and Blaze sitting in a tree. K-I-F-I-N-G. I know, I'm so childish on that part, okay, guys? But yet, here I am reading a childish fic. Okay, technically not childish, but you get the idea. Childish show based off a fic based off a child show. So I can act childish if I want to. Celestia smiles ever since. Okay, I already read that. Hey, that's what friends are for. He said, giving her a grin. Anyways, you won't believe who came to me today to test out some blood, he said, making Celestia raise an eyebrow. Who? Celestia asked. Your sister came to me today with 2 vials of blood, he said, chuckling. Come again? Was Luna seeing if Matthew was related to her? Celestia asked, her mind beginning to panic. Calm down. The blood samples she gave me was of another mare, Blaze said, trying to calm her down. Matt and this mare share the same father, but not the same mother. Celestia blinked. Oh boy, here we go, the half-brother thing. I feel you, dude. Yeah, I found out not too long ago. Technically, my dad's not actually my actual dad, really. He's more of a adopted figure. Same mother, but different dad. Okay? You know how it goes, guys, okay? So, yeah, I'm a half-sibling compared to all my three other siblings. So, yeah. That shit's kind of, gave me a whole new perspective of my entire life. My past 19-year life, to be exact. Hmm. Still can't wrap my head around it, still. I act like I can, but I really can't. Anyway, moving on from that depressing conversation. Well, yeah, I know how he feels, guys. I know how he feels. Mare Blaze said, trying to calm her down. Her son had a daughter with a pony. Same mother. Celestia blinked. Her son had a daughter with a pony. I haven't told Luna this yet. Celestia sighed and knew that she has to do. Please, destroy the samples and please keep this between us. Oh boy, grandmother instincts, Celestia said. Celestia sat up on her hooves. I shall inform my sister of this. I will, Tia, and if you need anything, I'm here, he said, giving her a big grin. She chuckled. I will, Blaze. You are indeed a good friend. I know. I should get a medal. Celestia gave Blaze a small punch in the arm, making him chuckle. All right. Oop. Okay, let's try that again. All right, I'll take a statue. This made Celestia laugh. Once a dragon, always a dragon. Uh, Gotta admit, some of these pics do bring a smile to my face once in a while. And who else doesn't? I mean, seriously, guys, it's like adore. It's like awesome. That it's able to make me smile a lot. I usually don't smile that often, to be honest. In real life, I usually don't. Like, I act like I'm smiling a lot. I act a lot, but once in a while, I really just don't find things funny. Sometimes I just sometimes pretend to laugh just to be included. You know, I don't get me wrong. I still got friends. It's just I sometimes like to make other people smile. Really, sometimes I even make myself smile. Anyway, let's proceed. Okay, here you go. Meanwhile, books were piled high as a young purple alicorn moved around to the library. Each book she added to the bill were of humans' laws of old or laws of Equestria. Ever since the big meeting and the new law allowing humans in the Crystal Empire to free all humans, she wanted to at least find a way to free the humans from here in Equestria. As hours passed and she began to grow tired, each book she read only brought her nothing. The law placed on the humans were never meant to be broken, A book slowly freed, fell down off the bit pile and whacked the purple alicorn's head, causing her to let out a painful moan. As she rubbed her head, she used her magic to pick up the small book and noticed it was light blue book with a gold plate on the front that said "The Fall of Avalon." Avalon. Why have I heard that before? Uh, Ava. I wonder if this guy was watching Sophia the First, but I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Listen, I got little brothers who watch that Sophia the First crap, so yeah, we kind of seen the episode of the adventures on Avalon. So yeah, once you got a few little brothers and a sister who technically says she's not watching it, you get the idea. Anyway, I enjoy like some of the parts really, but not like a big fan, like a Goo Gaga fan. Anyway, the mayor flipped open the book and began to read out loud. The kingdom of Avalon was beautiful. Rivers flowed off the mountain and down the kingdom. The, the statue, the status of for, former king and queens. The, the statues of former kings and queens stood all around the kingdom, each of which over the kingdom protected the humans from harm. Built into the mountain stood a stronghold. Two statues, knights guarded the treasure and weapons that flowed from within the mountain. The king of Avalon shared the wealth that flowed within the mountains to all the kingdoms. The forests that surrounded the kingdoms were beautiful. The lands were filled with flowers of all kind. Rivers ran clear and lakes filled with fish. Yet that beauty was destroyed within seconds. I watched in horror as fire rained down from the sky, women and children screaming as fire engulfed the towers and homes. I watched as a grin appeared about my father's face as he watched the great kingdom of Avalon begin to fall by his hooves. Come again? Hooves? I was forced to watch arrows rain down from the forest. The dragons took out of the walls to Avalon, allow our enemies to enter and begin the enslavement of humans. I watched as the humans fled into the stronghold within the mountain. Arrows rained down from the mountain both sides, trying to stay alive. Life hurt my heart. This war was my fault, and I wish I could have saved them all. My father grew angry as our forces couldn't break through the stronghold defenses. The two dragons were ordered to break through the front gate, as the blades of the humans couldn't harm them. I watched as the doors burst into flames and the mountain came to life. As I saw fire burning within the stronghold, I watched as the kingdom burned that day. Night soon blanketed the land. The moon and stars were blocked by the smog as the forests were on fire. From within the kingdom, humans who were still alive were taken and forced into slavery. I shed tears of sadness as the children, who were covered in ash and tears that ran down their faces, were put into chains and taken from their mothers. Twilight closed the book. She didn't wish to read more, as tears were burning to form in her eyes. After a while, she continued to read from the book. As I watched the humans be placed into the wrong wagons, one human yelled out, One day the heir of King Drake shall return and Avalon will be flowing with beauty once again! My father used his magic to pull the human from the wagon as he pulled out his sword. Ooh! He brought the sword towards the human's neck as he gave the bloodline of Drake were no more. I watched as the human looked at me and he smiled at me and said I was forgiven. Tears fell down my cheek as my father's sword was brought high, and with one swift pull of my father's magic, I watched as the sword gave in to him, as a gift from the king cut right through the human's neck. Ugh. My father walked away with a proud poured some on his face. Yet my father's words were not true, for I knew the bloodline of Drake were still very much alive. As I was being forced into my carriage, I saw one statue standing tall, neither among nor making ruined the statue, as it stood in the remaining light of the fire that still burnt within the city. It watched as the unicorns and dragons tried to take the statue down, yet it still remained unharmed. This brought a small smile to my face, as I knew one day this kingdom would return to its beauty. Toy wiped the tears away from her eyes as she couldn't believe this was what really happened. She flipped the page to see the map of Equestria. The location of the human kingdom was lost from the world, but here on the map showed the route that led to the kingdom of Avalon. Under the map in bright pink letters, spelled Celestia, the mayor's eyes went wide as she couldn't believe this book belonged to none other than her former teacher and fellow princess herself. She placed the small book into her saddlebag. Maybe this kingdom is still there, she thought, as she made her way out of the library and down the hall to her room. Meanwhile, Applejack sat outside on the balcony. Okay, guys, I gotta take a minute and say that, my God. Wow, that part was nuts, guys. Talk about a flash to the past. That's how the humans were enslaved all them years ago? Wow. I'm like in awe, guys. That was a pretty dope part. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Props to Phantom Rider 23, guys. Give him some props for that. Brony points for him. That was like, wow. Wow. This batch of brony tears are different. Taste of satisfaction. Okay, I think I read that the part. She made her way out of the library down the hall to her room. Okay. Object sat outside on the balcony as she watched Luna's moon shine bright down onto the land below. Ponies were beginning to get ready for bed as though others were staying up to watch the night sky with the ponies that cared about. Yet a tiny voice inside her told her she needed to be with Matt, to watch over him while he slept, to keep him from any harm that may come towards him. A blush came whoop, across her face. That was a terrible Joker intro laugh. Damn it! She shook her head, trying to remove the mad image from her mind. Oh, wait. 1, 2, skip the few. Oopsies. Her face as she thought about the smiling face as he painted. He thought her thoughts were interrupted by a knock at her door. She shook her head, trying to remove the image from her mind. It's open. The door opened up, and a blue mare with rainbow mane, known as Rainbow Dash. Bum bum bum! I'm just joking, guys. Came walking into the room with 2 trays of food on her back and a smile on her face. I've got dinner. Oh, Horseshoe, I just fed you. I don't care if you're still hungry. So what? But then you didn't hear that, guys. Okay, I need a refresh. Give me a sec. Okay, and we're back. Second thought, never mind. Give me a sec. Now we're back. Okay, let me see. Where was I? Oh, that does good. It's nice. Okay, let me see. Da 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 da. Voice inside her head. Blah blah. Open the door. Open up the blue mare with the rainbow mane. I forgot dinner. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Dash. But could have come down in the dinner table like the rest of you, she said as Dash made her way over towards her and placed the tray onto the table next to her. Why do you feel like this was her plan? Okay, I thought to be quiet, a little quiet. The door opened up and blue mare with rainbow. Oh, I already read that. I know, but Twilight is in the library ever since the meeting ended, and Pinkie Pie is trying to find something for Matt as she feels guilty for not having a good get well card for him. Rarity is hanging out with Fancy Pants, and Fluttershy is out in the garden, which leaves us to eat alone. Can't really do the voice because my dad's trying to put my little brother down for a nap. So yeah, I really can't do much. Anyway, Dash said, sitting across some Applejack. The red candle sat on the table, give the two enough light to eat by. This smells good, Applejack said, digging into her meal before her. Dash remained silent as she watched her friend. Her mind is deep thoughts, so many things running through her mind as the mare before her sat eating her food, her mane slightly removed in the cool night air, her emerald green eyes shining bright in the moonlight. A blush occurred across the blue mare's face as she looked away from Applejack and began to eat her food. Really, guys? Oh, boy. Applejack noticed this and tried to figure out why she kept blushing. The way she did. Applejack placed her fork down as she looked at her friend. Alright, what's going on? What do you mean? Dash asked, still avoiding eye contact with her. "Mm, you're hiding something from me, Dash. Now what? Now what is it? Now what is it? She asked, being blunt. She didn't like when her friend kept secret from her, and it hurt knowing. Sorry, I'm like having a little reading difficulties apparently. Knowing Dash was on keeping something from her. It's nothing, AJ. Trust me, Dash said, keeping her face low. Did you try the soup yet? Excuse me, she asked, trying to change the subject. You're not going to change the subject just yet, Dash, Applejack said. Now, you tell me what's going on with you, Dash? Could hear the con Dash could hear the concern in her friend's voice as she spoke. Dash sighed as she tried to get the words right. Right. Applejack watched as sweat began to form on the Pegasus' face as she sat there. Dash raised her head. Hold it! This calls for a sound effect. It's loading. Give it a sec. Okay, here we go. Dash raised her head towards the friend. Oh wait, drum roll, please. Her friend and looked deep into her eyes as she spoke. As she spoke. I'm in love with you. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. No surprising there. I mean, come on, guys. The signs were kind of obvious if you were listening. That, or if I didn't skip much. I don't know. If I might have done that, then you can check out this story and the link in the description down below. All right, I'll be putting the link up. Also, big shout out to Phantom Rider 23, boys. My fellow Brony and Picket sisters. So far, it's not bad. I just wish it wasn't rated M, okay? Rated M stuff is like, meh. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, Matt looked around the room in awe. The room itself was big and roomy. It kind of reminded him of the barn he lived in when he was little. The walls were bright blue and painting hung all around the room. He looked at them in awe. Each one was of the towns in the land. That's when he felt a small sting in his heart. Your paintings would be a stain compared to these, he heard the voice said. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, guys, how dope do you think of me doing that voice part, huh? Is it okay or something? If you want me to change something, I can try. I really can't figure out how to add the voice manipulation stuff into this stuff yet. If you guys know how, then leave a comment down below. Or link, comment, anything down below of the video. Thanks. Anyway, like I said, I see you are enjoying my paintings. Matt turned his head to see Princess Celestia entering the room. His heart started beating fast as she walked up towards him. You made these? He asked, looking back at the paintings. Yes, in my spare time, I like to sit down and paint, she said, walking over towards him. Yep, it's official. He's related because Matt should like to paint, she likes to paint. It's official, they're related. I still go all awesome and dope on that, guys. Your time, she said, walking over towards him as she sat down next to him. Each one of the old towns that used to be in Equestria before they changed in time. A painting caught his eye. A castle stood in front of a mountain with 2 waterfalls flowing off the mountain wall. It's Avalon! A wall covered the front of the castle and made most of the land. Statues of humans stood around the city. Celestia noticed Matt staring at the painting, and a smile spread across her face. You like that one? She asked. Small smile. I was thinking that might be a smile, but spread? What is that supposed to mean? Like a spread of butter? I'm joking. Matt snapped out of his thoughts as he looked back at the princess. It's really beautiful, he said to her. Indeed it was, she said, quietly. Hmm. Why do I feel like that book that fell out of Twilight's library wasn't a coincidence? Hmm. There's something funny going on around here. Matt looked at Celestia. Oh, wait. Oh, 1, 2, skipped a few. Woo! Indeed it was, she said quietly. Anyways, how do you like your room? She asked. Matt looked at the castle. He wondered why Princess Celestia would care that he would like the room. She forced your people into slavery. You should kill her right here and now and free your people. Okay, this voice is starting to get on my nerves, guys. Maybe that's the curse? He heard the voice inside his head yell. His head yell. He could feel the rage flow through his body. The voice was right. This queen enslaved his kind, and she should die. She may have enslaved my kind, but she has been making sure I was well taken care of. She made sure I was in a nice room to stay in until I fully recover. She's even came by to check on me, he said to the voice as he looked at Celestia. It's nice. Celestia smiled. It looks like. I'm glad it looks like. I'm like confused on that one. I think it was supposed to go. I'm glad it that you said it looks nice. I'm glad it looks nice. I think it was. I don't know. You need to kill her. Make her feel and free your people. Oh wait. Oop. I screwed that up. Take her life and free your people. If I kill her, what would that bring me? The moment I kill her, the guards will kill me on sight. I don't want to think about it. The humans who killed the enslaver, your name will be sung in the streets and ponies will fear you. I would rather be alive than dead. You will kill her. She is Sorry, I have to hold the paper down now. It's like getting real now. She is a monster who enslaved your kind. Kill her and her life. Excuse me. The voice screamed inside his mind, forcing Matt to grip his head as pain rushed through his mind. Celestia saw that and began to worry. Are you alright? She asked. The pain grew worse. Voice screamed louder and louder. That's why she noticed Matt's nose beginning to bleed. Celestia felt a strange magic flowing around Matt's body. It was faint, but she knew something was wrong. Matt's heart began to beat faster as he fought the voice inside his head. He felt like his head was going to explode and his heart was going to give out in any minute. He felt something touch his forehead, and he looked to see Celestia's horn glowing. Hold still. I'm going to help out you through this, she said, keeping her eyes closed. Matt felt the pain slowly fading and his eyes starting to close. When you awake, the voice will be no more. The curse is gone! Hurry! Okay, I may have watched like a bit of. Guys know about Fiery Joker, right? The Brony Fiery Joker. The guy who comments on other videos, and he did like a my Equestria Girl and Rainbow Rock spoiler thing. It's like funny as hell though. Yeah, so I may have watched it a little bit earlier ago, and I'm trying to like do come of age stuff. I know what the actually no. No, I'm not like trying to do it. The point is that was unintentional mimic, okay? But still funny though. Anyway, Cecilia watched his eyes close. She She could feel his heartbeat continue to beat as steady as he'd dreamed. A black mist wrapped around her horn, and her eyes shined a bright blue as she felt a strange magic wash over her. Her eyes snapped open as she looked around her surroundings. She was standing in front of a barn. As the rain fell to the ground, lightning lit up the sky. The sound of a whip could be heard. Cracking, Celeste's eyes went wide as she saw Matt tied to a fence post. Blood covered the mud as the rain fell off his bloody back. Celestia watched in horror as two stallions poured rum onto the human's back, causing him to hiss in pain. Please, I won't do it again, he said, looking at the three stallions. Oh, I know you won't. The whip cracked and the human yelped in pain as the whip hit his back. But we need to make sure the other humans know to never give food to hungry colts or fillies that live on the streets. The whip cracked again. Celestia's heart broke as she watched her grandson was whipped by these stallions. All right, let's finish our drinks inside the house, the stallion said to the others two as they made their way inside the house. The rain fell down across the human's face. Blood and tears mixed into the mud, making Celestia want to show the stallions the wrath of the sun can do to them. Ooh. With the rain dying down and the Pegasus moved the clouds away to allow the moon to shine down bounded the land. The moonlight fell into the human laying in the mud. He looked up at the moon and looked at the mare shape onto the moon, and a small smile came across his face. Hey, good to see you're finally out, he said in a whisper, making Celestia look towards him as her thoughts of revenge was interrupted by his words. I bet you're wondering why I'm lying on the mud with my shirt torn and blood leaking down my back. I did something stupid. She was surprised to see him speaking to the moon, as if he was speaking to a good friend. A colt and a filly came by. They were covered in dirt and looked hungry. I figured some corn would be fine to give them, as they were enough. There was enough here to feed an army. I was wrong. I was caught by my new owner and got a whipping. That would make my old owner proud. Tears rolled down his cheek as he looked down. Oop. The rain fell down across. Clouds will on the moonshine. Da, 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 da. Okay. Tears formed in the princess's eyes as she watched as he silently cried, his back still bleeding as the cool air stung his back. Funny thing is, I'll do it all over again. A small grin came across his face. The look on their faces when I let them take it, it felt happy like I did a good deed. He looked around at the farm. Sadly, the humans here don't speak to one another. Due to our owner, we speak, we get whipped. Learned that the hard way. He sat there for hours, speaking to the moon. Each word he spoke made Celestia wish she could have known this sooner. She would have found him and taken him away from this hellhole and bring him somewhere safe. Celestia felt a dark force pull her away from the human's mind as she was flung towards the wall. Never let a human do a unicorn's work, a voice said. Celestia tried to stand. She couldn't focus as her mind was still foggy. Leave him alone, she called out to this newcomer. You should have let things be, Celestia, but you forced my hoof in this. Her eyes were blurry as she saw what looked like a dagger being floated towards her. Goodbye, Celestia. Her eyes widened as the dagger came towards her. She closed her eyes and waited for the dagger to hit. The sound of metal hitting could be heard through the room. Yet Celestia didn't feel any pain. She opened her eyes to see Matt standing in front of her, her eyes wide as she saw the dagger was in his heart. "At least you're out of my way," the hooded pony said, tossing Matt towards the bed. "As for you—" His words were cut off by a powerful magic, sending him flying into a wall. The hooded pony eyes widened as he saw Celestia's eyes glow in fierce white. As she stood on her hooves, tears flowed down her eyes. "You'll pay for harming him." The hooded pony quickly vanished from the room. "We'll meet again soon, Celestia, and when we do, you won't be as powerful," she heard the voice say, laughing. "Coward!" she yelled out. Her rage flowed. Sorry, I can't really yell now because my brother's asleep, Through her, she took a deep breath as she looked over at Matt, who laid on the floor, dead. She made her way over towards his body and looked at him. He jumped in front of her to save her. He gave his life for her without him even knowing she wasn't the one who enslaved his kind. She started crying. Tears fell down. Onto the human, as she was powerless to do something to save him. A blue mist arose from Matt's hands as they climbed up his body. A blue light began to shine, making Celestia's eyes go wide as she saw the knife fell into the ground as the wound that pierced his heart began to close. "No, my father's curse. He has it too." Wait. Give me a sec. Time out. Her father's curse, and Matt's curse is basically healing himself? I don't understand that. What? Hold on, I'm going to have to read like another chapter just to understand it. To be continued. Anyway. Give me a sec, I gotta check something. You're in luck, guys, cause since I'm like in the mood today, you'll get a 2-part chapter today. a two chapter read through. No. Since I looked ahead, the chapter's not really that long by the look of it, and it's like simple, easy, and short. And plus, I want to see what happens next. Anyway, chapter 11. Maps, Sister Talk, New Home. Say what now? Ooh, sorry. Okay, I know this is going to be like an hour long, but I really can't help it. It's like so good. This is so good. Anyway. Did she? Applejack sat outside on her balcony, her mind in deep thought. The events from last night kept playing out in her mind. Wait, what events? Everything from Matt being attacked, then her best friend admitting she's in love with her. Oh, that event. Oh boy. She did this have to happen to her. Why did this have to happen to her tonight? She removed her hat from her head and flipped it in to pull out a small silver heart-shaped locket. She opened it as she opened it open. I don't understand that part. I'm just gonna. She opened it. As she opened it, she saw her mother and father both standing there with a smile on their faces. Oh. Oh. Okay, guys. Yes, I saw the chapter where I found out Applejack's parents are different types of farmers. Her mom was a pear farmer, and her daddy was an apple farmer. It was so sad and romantic. Woo. Oh god, I'm like tearing up again, guys. I'm doing this on an episode. I could not stop tearing up. Oh god, just remembering it makes me tear up. Okay, I'm good. Give me a sec. Okay, no, I'm not good. Give me a alright. I'm good now. I'm good. I'm good. Give me a sec. I know, I went all girly there. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, where were we? Why do we, does that keep going on? Wait, give me a sec. I'm trying to do something here. Okay. Try mother and father both stand there with a smile on their face. I wish I knew what to do. A tear ran down her cheek, her mind confused. Okay, no. Twilight rolled out the map of Equestria across the table as she pulled out the book from her saddlebag and began. She marked on her map the path she would need to take to find the humans' once grand city. She marked on the map the spot and her eyes widened. The old kingdom lays near the Smoky Mountain. Why do I feel like this is going all Hobbit for a weird reason? She continued to search around the books that laid in her room. She marked the map that route she she marked the map the route she would take. God. It's settled. Once Applejack is healed, I'll ask her if she wants to come with me. I know the others will. That's when her thoughts went towards Matthew. Ever since Applejack got him, this human has been on her mind. Just something about this human made her wonder what made him tick. Me too. Why would he risk his own life to save Applejack, even after everything that had happened to him? He still hasn't wanted to be set free. Maybe I should talk Applejack about taking him to the Crystal Empire. He's a good idea. Except, how do I put this? He's kind of a noble, apparently. Yep. Darkness filled the skies over Meanwhile, darkness filled the skies over Canterlot as clouds covered Celestia's sun and rain fell to the ground. Celestia sat on her balcony as her fur and mane were completely soaked. Tears ran down her face as she cried. Lightning lit up the sky as thunder shook the sky. Memories of her past haunted her mind. Cries of human beings slaughtered in front of her, and the screams of children crying out for their parents as fire rained down from the sky. For so long she had fought back these memories, the pain of what she saw, the people she watched fight with everything. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Sorry for that dramatic pause there. With everything they got were defeated. The once into slave, those who fought were killed. Their kingdom left in ruins, their wills broken, and their hopes shattered. The rain fell down her face, washing the tears away that fell down her cheek. The idea of humans and ponies living together as one was just that, an idea. Celestia's eyes opened up and she looked out into the land before her. The idea of ponies and humans living together as one in a kingdom to bring peace was just that, an idea. But now our dreams have come true, my love. Humans and ponies living in peace in a kingdom that once known slavery themselves. With the help of the crystal ponies, the humans may one day return to their homeland and reclaim what was once theirs. A small smile spread across her cheek. A new plan was in motion. A new era in human history was beginning to take shape. Mm. Okay. Somewhere else, the wild storm came out of nowhere as the three ships attacked the ship. Knight tried his hardest to escape. They came to the cliff side. Knight saw the caves and knew they would be able to escape through there. Uh, get our injured to the robots and the rest of the crew out of here. Take those caves there, and I'll be right behind you. They quickly rushed to load the injured into the cave. Is that all of them? Knight asked, looking at his second in command. Yes, that is all of them, a stallion said, looking at Knight. All right, take them through these old caves. They'll lead you guys to safety. I'll be right behind you. Knight watched his crew row towards the caves. With the last of his crew on the rowboat, Knight cut the line and sent it falling into the water. What are you doing? The stallion yelled as he watched his captain. Let them out of here, Fireheart! Someone has someone has to hold them off to allow you to escape, he said. Now get back to your bride and live happy with her. Tell Luna and Sunset I'm sorry. Come with us. You can't survive with us. You can't survive with us. Okay. Cannon fire rung out. Go now! Knight quickly rushed to the other side of the ship and loaded the cannons. Knight noticed his crew were safely in the caves. He looked back at the three ships leading towards them, then back at the cave. Forgive me, Luna. I cannot allow my crew to die. Sunset, I'm sorry. He opened fire on the cave and sealed the entrance. Knight felt his ship shake as the cannonball slammed into his ship. He quickly rushed towards the cannons and fired back. He knew he wouldn't survive this, but at least he'll go down fighting. A cannonball flew through the hull and into the gunpowder, and wood flew around everywhere. Sir, the rebel ship is no more, the stallion said, watching the ship sink into the ocean. Search the ship. I want bodies found now. Creepy, the captain said, glaring at the water. If you find any alive, kill them. Somewhere else, Sunset sat by the bar with a mug in her hoofs as she waited for the safe return of her brother and his crew. She had a gut feeling something had happened. She heard the rustling of other humans and ponies coming in, and she turned to face them, to see them all either injured or scarred. Amber, we're going to need help out here, Sunset yelled. After getting injured into the medical wing, Sunset sat with Fireheart as Amber wouldn't leave his side, worried. So he just sealed off the cave and fought the ships alone. Sunset asked, angry and upset. Her brother didn't even try to escape inside her stayed and fought. Instead, he stayed. Oh wait, so he just sealed off the cave and fought the ships alone. Sunset asked angrily, and oh wait, ships infected. God, I'm screwing up real bad, guys. Sorry. Uh, she heard the rustling of hands, medical wing. Sunset sat with Fireheart as Amber wouldn't leave his side, worried. So he just sealed off the cave and fought these ships alone? Sunset asked, angry and upset. Her brother didn't even try to escape. Instead, he stayed and fought. Instead, he stayed and fought? I'm sorry, I'm like screwing up for a weird reason. Oh, excuse me. I'm sure he's alright, Sunset. He's a strong stallion. He's a strong stallion. Ugh, God, I need to look ahead, Amber said, trying to make her feel better. He's an idiot. He should have escaped with you guys. He should have come home. Tears escaped her eyes as she started crying. She had just lost her brother, the only one who watched over her and kept her safe through so much. Amber walked over towards her and pulled her into a hug. Oh no! The sound of waves could be heard. Back at the shoreline. Sorry, I had to read ahead. Waves could be heard washing over the shores as the heart from the sun heated the sand on the shores. A stallion laid on the sand as the sun shined down onto him. The stallion gave up on trying to survive as he knew no matter what he did, he failed his crew and Luna. Is he wearing an old knight outfit he saw in the book he found long time ago? Why don't you give up? The stallion heard a voice, making him open his eyes to see a human wearing old knight outfit he saw in a book he found a long time ago. I failed to free those slaves on that ship. Why do you give up? Okay, that makes sense. So, does it mean you should just give up? He said as he started walking away. Go to Avalon. We'll find what you seek. He's a knight of Avalon? Hallelujah! Knight shook his head as he saw the human fade away, and he rubbed his eyes as he thought the sun was frying his brain. Wait, was that a ghost? I'm so confused. He got to his hoofs and noticed there were where he was and started walking through the forest as he made his way towards a village. Luna sighed as back at the castle. Luna sighed as she opened the door to her room as she placed her bag on the nightstand near the door. As she made her way towards her bed. Luna, we need to talk. Luna turned her head to see her sister. Oh, wait, it was her sister. Whoops! Luna, we need to talk. Luna turned her head to see her sister sitting near her nightstand as she seemed to be hiding in the darkness. Not stealthy as a ninja, especially with her colors. Oof, that is a bright white. Tia, are you alright? She asked, using her magic to light the candle around the room to settle to settle to better see her sister. What she saw shocked her. Luna could see fresh tears in her eyes as her fur was ruffled and stained with her tears. You were thinking about him again, weren't you? Used her Luna used her magic to grab a box of tissues as she used it to wipe the fresh tears that escaped. Yes, I was, Celsia said. wanted to cry again. Luna wrapped her wings around her sister. Tia, it's all right, Tia. I'm here for you, she said, giving her a big smile as she tried to cheer her sister up. Do you remember when we were little and I lost that bunny? Luna asked. Yeah, we had that small little funeral in the backyard for him, she sniffed. And do you remember what you told me? That he was in a better place, watching over you. That's when Celestia got what her sister was getting at. He's watching over you, Tia. He's still with you. Luna brought a hoof to her sister's chest and placed it where her heart would be. He's here, with you, always and forever. This brought a smile to Celestia's face as she felt a bit better. There is a reason why I'm here. Oh, what is that? What is it? Luna asked, raising an eyebrow at her sister. People's brow. It's about the human and sunset. Celestia felt guilt and sadness wash over her as she fought it back as she looked at her sister. They are indeed related. I already knew that, she said with a sigh. She then looked at her sister with a surprise. Oops, well, I got my sisters confused. Oops. Wait, how did you know this? Did Blaze tell you? Oh, he's so gonna get a hoof up his dragon butt. That's not very princess-like, thank you very much, she said, getting angry. No, he didn't tell me. I read his papers in the lab when I was visiting him, she said, lying to her. Clever girl. Yes, I said it. I told him I would tell you. He got scared when I read the paper. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. Luna, Matt isn't safe here. He needs to go to the Crystal Empire. I agree. If he stays here, some pony might learn this and he'll be killed. You must convince Applejack to set him free, Celestia said, looking away from her sister. From what I've been told, Applejack isn't his owner. Her cousin is still his owner, Luna said, sighing. I will speak with her about this. She'll need to know the danger. I think I should inform. Oops, sorry. Stretch attack. Oh. Okay, almost done, guys. Then I'll finish it up, and then I'll leave it at that. Well, if it's so good, I might do a chapter 3, but I really don't want to make it any longer than it needs to. Okay, anyway. Celestia said, "Look at the but." Sorry, brother. Uh. Let's see. We must convince. I shall speak with her about this. She'll need to know. I think I should inform her. Celestia said, looking at her younger sister. She needs She needs to know, and I need her to know that I'm not the monster that the humans think I am. That wasn't what I was thinking you were going to say. I'm his freaking grandma! I think it should be wise for me. Father-laws. Both felt pain. Wait, father-laws? Huh? Both felt pain rush through their bodies as the memories of their father came flooding into their minds. I think I think we could use a drink. Make it a double. Shit, they're getting drunk tonight! Meanwhile, Shining watched as the humans from the train be freed from their chains and were brought off the train as they were placed into the lines as small children who were brought off the trains were smiling as they were brought to the middle of town with the other uh, children as ponies around were adopting them to live among them as their son or daughter. Shining smiled at the sight before him. Ponies and humans living as one and not as slaves was a sight to behold. Pony said, walking up to Shining. Okay, sir, these ponies claim they were sent by Luna. A guard pony said, walking up to Shining. Do they bear the royal seal? He asked. Yes, but they look strange. Take me to them, he said as I can't really do Twilight Brothers' voice, okay? He said as he followed the guard. He noticed a group of ponies and humans all together. Welcome, Shining said as he walked up to them. I hear you bear the royal seal? A stallion with red mane and an orange coat walked up and pulled out the seal. We have traveled far to come here. Luna told us we can be free here. Shining took the seal and noticed the royal seal on it and looked back at the group. All right, you may enter, but the humans will have to come with us. Why? The girl asked, looking at the stallion with panic in her eyes. We need to get you registered and meet a citizen, Shining said, giving her a warm smile. Then you can return back with the others if you want. I'm staying with Fireheart, she said, looking at Fireheart. Shining noticed how she was eyeing him. Oh. You two are an item. Alright, how many are you here are dating? He watched as the whole group raised their hands and hooves and he sighed. Celestia, help me. Alright. All I all of you will need to follow us and we'll register you. Oof, sorry guys. I'm like screwing up apparently. Oof. Follow us and we'll register you. After about 5 hours, Shining took them to a housing area where most humans and ponies were living at. Fireheart carried their badges into the house. Alright, the house is free for 1 month. Food and water are the same, but by then you'll have to have a job and being able to support your bride to be. And if you feel like it, the Crystal Guards will hire. Thank you, Shining. I'll look into that, he said, looking at his bride to be as she looked around the home with joy in her eye. With joy in her eyes. Yeah, eyes should be eyes plural. I'll let you two be. Have a good night, you two. You too, sir. Amber sat down on the couch and grinned. So, this is what it's like to be free, she said with a smile. come here and relax, she said, patting the couch. He smiled and made his way over towards the couch and climbed onto it and sat next to her. You're worried about Sunset, aren't you? Yes, she's staying behind and Nick is staying there as well. I'm worried for them. He laid his head on her lap as she ran her fingers through his mane. I know how you feel. I have a friend who I haven't seen in so long that's been through so much. That, knowing him, will still remain a slave till he died. Tears started to form in her eyes as she tried not to cry. Hey, Matt will be alright from what you told me. He's a strong human and can survive through a lot, he said, leaning forward and kissing her lips tight lightly. But maybe I can talk some of the old crew into getting him and bringing him here. No, I know Matt. He'll go back. He'll go back because he'll be afraid. You never know. He might stay here and find a mare or a woman to love and have children with. Technically, there's a little something that might be happening a little later on, so sorry. Oh, sorry, I got like a gnarly scratch on my itch on my back. Ooh, thank goodness I got a back scratcher. Anyway, they shared a. Sorry, I skipped a bit. Okay. He'll go back because he'll be afraid. You never know, blah blah blah, mare or woman to love and have children with. She giggled. I think Matt has already found the right mare, though he'll never go after her like you did. He chuckled as he felt her hand slide down his stomach. Whoa now. Oh, so he won't go up to her and kiss her and ask her to be his girlfriend. No, he'll just be himself and just go, hi, like you did, she said, giggling as she kissed him. They shared a passionate kiss as Celestia's sun slowly lowered. Let's take this to the bedroom, shall we? Let's take this to the bedroom, shall we? Ooh, he asked, wiggling his eyebrows. The eyebrows. Oh, jeez. First one there has to make breakfast. Amber flipped the stallion into the floor as she made a mad dash up the stairs. Cheater! He called out as he chased after her. To be continued. Or maybe not. Well, guys, that's it for this two-part special. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'm like surprised what will happen next. So far, the chapter was pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty funny here and there. I want to know what happens next. I want to keep reading, but I don't want to make it like 2 hours long. You know what I'm saying, guys? Anyway, if you guys want to listen to more, click that subscription and notification bell down below to let you know what else I'll be doing, what else I did, or previous things I have not caught up on or anything, yada yada yada. Also, actually I got no other announcements. Crap. Oh. So, yeah, that's basically it. Also, if you want to check out Phantom Rider's other work that he has, I'll be leaving a link down below for this little novel he did, this little fanfic. Down in the description down below. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, put them down in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to try to answer or anything else. So, thank you so much, guys. This is your homeboy, Funky Lufus, the Commentor, signing out, and be well to each other. Goodbye.